Big
Yeah.
shark. Max life 6.
Oh man. Yeah, he's not so strong. So sharks, I mean, these guys are not that strong in attack. You'll notice they have a lot of life, but they only do one damage on attack. If I start getting more sharks out, or I get a, ooh, oh man, you're attacking.
Oh, I
Oh
didn't
no.
actually mean to do that. That was an accident, but I clicked on my red horse. I thought it was my or your turn, so I was just clicking around looking and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, no, that's good. So I mean, you're pressuring my
What does
my.
technically kill it though, or oh no, you can instantly move.
Well, yeah. So I'm just illustrating how the blocking and defending works. So I actually completely paused the game right now. I moved my guy over because he can move instantly, and now I choose to defend with my blade fin. So you see in the little icon there, the black, it says blade fin blocks. And your guy is going to do 3 damage to me. I'll do 1 damage back. So it's actually a pretty good trade for you.
Hmm.
Maybe. Maybe. So now I unpause the action. The action will resolve. So it looks like you took 1 damage. I took 3
Couldn't
damage.
I just pause it too as well, or no?
You could.
Ah,
You absolutely can. So if, typically, you'll pause, I'll pause, and then we both have to kind of select to unpause in order to resolve like any action, any instant spells, any movement, any defense, any whatever that we do. So it's still your turn. You can, obviously you have some chroma. You can maybe play another creature if you have it. You can play another forest. If you don't have a great hand, you can always draw again. It's up to you.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how this pyro thing works.
Oh, so the pyrolidium. So the pyrolidium is a structure that you build. So the way that you'd build it is you'd select your hordling, and then you'd move him to an eligible field. So the eligible field is a forest field, like the one that you're on right now, except it can't be across from a waterfront.
Right.
So you can't build it where you are at the moment. You'd have to place a new forest somewhere where there isn't a waterfront across from it, and then you'd move him over, and then the pyrolidium would appear in your icon, and you'd build it.
Okay. All right.
So one thing that I will warn you about is my sharks. They have an ability called pin, which means that when I attack, opposing creatures may not move out of the way.
Okay.
So normally, if I was attacking you, you could move your guy out of the way or try to dodge or whatever. With sharks, it does not happen. So what you can do, and I'll give you this as a free advice, if you want, you can move your hordling where your castle is.
Okay.
Because if you do that, I can't actually attack you unless I draw a waterfront and place it in front of your castle. Because remember, my sharks can't actually go in the blank space in the
Right.
void. So, you could do that, because if you don't, you know that I'm going to kill him. I'm going to take him out.
Huh. I think I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work.
All right, you could try. You could try something.
So another question is the bank. Does the bank actually store extra resources per turn?
It does. So if you look in your lower left corner, you have a counter called income. That's based on how many fields you have in play, or how many structures or creatures that give you income, or basically what's draining your income, etc. It's like the sum of your, income minus upkeep is your total income over there. So that is the number that will be added to whatever chroma you have at the beginning of your next turn. So you have 1 chroma left, and you have 5 income. So next turn you'll have 6
Okay.
chroma. That's basically how it works. So I'm not being very lucky with my draw, unfortunately. But I shall attack your guy over here. Now, the way to pause the action, just so you know, is you click anywhere on the game board. So you'll see that I've already paused it for you. But there's a timer on that, so I think it's like 10 seconds for you have a chance to pause. So you want to just click anywhere on the game board. Usually I click next to the end turn button, because that's where I keep my mouse pointer hanging out. But if you click there just one time, wait for like a second or so, it should pause. It should say it's stopped by both of us.
Alright, I'm gonna try something and see if I did this correctly. So, I'm gonna target my red. You already like announced attacking, correct?
I already announced the attack.
Oh. So I gotta target my horde while playing. And I think this worked.
Oh no! Okay.
I think I did this correctly.
Yeah, you did. So you cast Corporeal Fire. So Corporeal Fire is much better if you do it when you're playing like red against red because it has a red absorb ability. So you would absorb any red damage. Of course, I'm doing blue damage. But it also has a red shield, or it's called red skin, but it's like a fire shield. So any damage that I do to you will be reflected back to me.
Right.
Now let's see.
I think my guy still dies, but at least your shark will die, which is...
Well, I don't know if my shark will die because I only do 1 damage to you. So if
yeah, but it reflects 4.
Oops, let's see.
That's what I figured it would.
Oh,
yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like 4 damage reflect regardless. That's how I read it. So.
Yeah. No, you're right. Well, you certainly got him.
That's right.
All right. Well,
beginner's luck. You know how it is.
No. That's good. That's the kind of thing that I would do. All right. Let's see. I need more income, so I'm gonna place that over there. And let's see. Oh man, I'm gonna make a bet that I draw another waterfront. Yes, and I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that. Let's see. Put it over here. And that's all I could do. Because I'm out of chroma, so it's up to you now.
Well, I'll draw my free card at least. And...
Another red hordling.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna have to deal with that guy somehow. But I have a plan. I have a cunning plan.
So when they first come out, you can't use them to do anything else, right?
Well, you can use it to move. Now, in your situation, I wouldn't move him unless you know exactly where you want to put him.
Right.
For some reason, I would like preserve your movement points and see where I place my guy. Because a lot of the times it's good to react to what the other person is doing. Not only it kind of freaks people out the first few times you do it, but it also gives you a bit of an edge.
Okay.
Alright, so it's my turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good. I'm going to prevent you from making any kind of... Well, maybe... You know what? Maybe I'll put that over here. And then I'm going to put down... No, not that guy. Then 1, 2, 3... I'll put down this guy here. Alright. Now on to you, sir. So you'll notice just a couple of things. One thing that you'll notice is my bank has 0 in it. So, you know, you might think, oh, that's an attractive target. I can actually move over a couple of spaces and then attack his bank. Of course, you'll also realize that I could also move my hunter shark over and defend if I wanted to. So, you know, my hunter shark also does 4 damage. So he's a hard-hitting guy.
Right. So my guy can move 3 squares. Oh, can't afford it. So what happens if I attack your waterfront? Nothing, I take it?
No, you should. You should be trying to take out my income. You'll destroy it if you're successful. I will, of course, try to block you because I need that income. The only reason I haven't been attacking your fields is because sharks have a disability, and it's called wild. So until I bring out a certain type of creature, which is called a squall tamer, to my to the game board, which tames these sharks. They can attack fields and they can attack structures. They can only attack other creatures.
Right. Okay. I'm getting a feel for it. Let's see if I can get this guy to respond. Nope. Okay. So I target the hordling guy.
So yeah, you click
okay,
on
there's the
click on the
movement.
hordling. Yeah. So you always have to make sure you just have the right piece selected. All right. So it looks like.
Yeah, why not? Oh,
So I already moved him over, even though I didn't have to do it. You were going to attack, but I just moved him over, and now I'm going to block. And,
what? This action's already in progress.
Oh, it's just a lag thing.
Oh no, I was gonna cast Fireball before he died.
Oh well, no. So here's the thing. Maybe I should have mentioned this. So you can only do one core action in a round, and that means you can either attack or you can cast a spell.
Okay, well, live and learn.
Yeah, you can attack and cast a spell. That'd be a little bit a
Well, I
little
figured,
bit overpowered.
like, would be like a good way to bait someone, but
Yeah, well, it gives you it's a little bit overpowered. It's a little bit imbalanced. We've tried it out.
okay. It's all good.
Now, what's interesting about the fireball though is that it does have a range. So the range of fireball is 2,
Okay.
and interestingly enough, I can dodge. If I manage to move outside of the range of the fireball, I will actually dodge the fireball and take no damage.
Except you can't move now, right this second.
Except right this second I can't move. Except right this second you just summoned your guy. So
So no fireballs. No fireballs!
no, not yet.
Ah, okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
So far, the game's really engrossing. It's pretty cool so far.
Yeah, I mean I'm not the designer, but I've been really pleasantly surprised at the amount of options that you have, even with very simple decks. It's pretty neat, I must say. Now, you just summoned that guy, but I'll just let you know that he's in trouble, because if my shark attacks, you know it's going down.
Can I move him?
I mean, you can move him because you just summoned him.
Right.
So I'll just pretend that I'm looking at my cards and I haven't noticed. So if you want to move him, now's the time to do it. Of course, you realize that my shark can also move, so you'd have to move him like 3 spaces for me not to be able to catch
Well, my
him.
question is this: like, can't I wait for you to announce attack and then move him?
You could normally, but if you look at my shark, it has this
Oh, it
ability
has
called
the pin. Yeah.
pin. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to move out of the way.
So I can't bait you into an attack. Okay.
Well, I want to attack, believe me. Just, in fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. All right, that's probably a good move. It's probably a good move. That's what I would do.
So let's find out what happens when your shark attacks the graveyard. Do I lose just 1 hit point? Does that card
Well,
get burned away?
I won't actually be able to do that because I don't have a Squall Tamer in play
Yeah.
yet. Now I do. So this is what happens. So I attack the graveyard. Now you'll notice you have 2 cards in your graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of this, the attack will go through, and then you'll have 1 card in your graveyard and 1 will be banished.
What happens when it's banished? It's removed from the game completely?
It's removed from the game permanently.
Okay.
So not much else I can do, and I leave it to you.
And so far I'm drawing just not so good. That's just the way I feel about it.
I had some really bad draws early on in the game, but now I'm picking up some steam.
Yes.
Oh man. So yeah, not much I could do about that actually. I'm gonna let that one go.
Yes. Victory shall be mine. So Cypher's asked if I have a passive to my faction that I'm drawing these red hordlings over and over again, or am I just lucky? I guess it's more because that's what the deck's built right now. Like,
Yeah,
I'm using a
yeah.
pre-made deck. I didn't make this deck yet.
Exactly. It's just very simple decks. Again, just a couple of creature types, a couple of spells in each of the decks. And again, we did these because we were recently at Gen Con. We were at